Mortem Metallum, once again I talk about weapons in the exact same game, but instead of two weapons that everybody loves, we're going down to two that basically nobody uses. Before I start this though, I would like to slightly correct myself in the other video I made about Smash Bros. And Mortem on how Kanabo and Zwei are more like Jigglypuff and Captain Falcon, but they're more like Fox and Falco, but I didn't say that because it didn't fit the narrative I was trying to make, plus I don't use Fox and Falco. So I have no reason to speak on two characters I haven't tried to main or use that much, so yeah. Anyways, let me get back on the main point here. So Guando and Bowstaff, how many people can you really think of that use Guando or Bowstaff compared to Kanabo or Zwei? Not that many, am I right? Yeah. Anyways, I'm talking about Guando first just because I can. Guando is a 3-hit weapon. It's basically Greatsword but longer. The cooldown is 2 seconds and 20 milliseconds. The reason why this weapon isn't used that much, however, is due to the second swing. It's very situational sometimes. It's the best thing ever to exist, and other times it just completely sucks. And it has to do with how the person you're fighting moves. If they jump and you didn't expect it, it's gonna miss. But it's great at area denial. Like if someone tries to move away from you, but they're kind of in the range, it's pretty good. Or hitting multiple people at once without needing to flick heavily, like a fucking maniac, as if you're in phase about to trick shot somebody. But it is the reason why the weapon just ain't cool like that. Sometimes cool weapon though. Yeah. Oh yeah, also hit rolling with that shit on the second swing sucks dookie booty, because the hitbox support is pretty small, which let me explain what a hitbox is to you if you don't understand. Basically, let's say your fist, right, has a hitbox, correct? Whatever is so let's say there's a box around your fist, that's the hitbox, right? It's a red box. Depending on how long it is, then that's the range, right? So let's say if you make it really small, then you're not gonna be able to hit anybody with it. But if you make it really long, unlike someone's the bubble, then it's gonna hit you from really far away, and that's basically what a hitbox is. Yeah. Bowstaff. What's Bowstaff? I sound fucking retarded. Bowstaff is a weapon with a 1 second and 26 millisecond cooldown. That's actually crazy for a halberd-like weapon. So basically, Bowstaff is if the Naginata and Trident did the fusion dance to combine the best of each other and the worst to balance it out. It's a 4-hit weapon. Honestly, I don't even know why this weapon is so heavily underlooked and underrated besides that 4-hit, but you know, if there were anything less, then this shit would be genuinely overpowered and probably would become the meta. I'm just gonna be real here. But even then, who really cares if the DPS is hella good? I guess people don't really care about other weapons unless it's Kanabo's Way, Nagi, Loose, Halberd, and a few of its copies I can't really remember the names of, or Brute Mace. But what I'm saying is, why use something that takes a tad bit more skill and is just harder to use overall than something that is easier to use? The skill gap between something like Fist compared to Zwei is higher compared to Zwei, which is pretty low. 9 times out of 10, the average Zwei player is going to beat the average guy using Fist. And that's all I got for the video. I feel as if I got my point across decently well. Anyways, yeah, this is all I really got to say.